all fun and games till someone gets shot.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I have another character popularity poll. Now, I did a few of these already. The most recent one that's on my mind is one that was from the Tekken subreddit. There was every single character in the whole entire game. Tekken Tag Tournament 2, characters from Tekken 5. I'll try to link that video if you guys want to check it out. But this one is going to be a little bit different. This one is, first off, it's in Japanese. This is a Japanese poll, and whoever could read Japanese voted on this. And also, I think the placements on here is kind of different from what we see on like a typical English poll. So there is some differences here. And another thing that I thought was really funny was translating some of the Japanese to English. You guys will see what I mean when I say funny in just a second. Please be sure to hit like, subscribe, and also check out some of the other videos on the channel, right? I cover pretty much everything, so you're bound to find something on the channel that you like. Jumping right into this though, starting with the headline, Tekken Character Popularity Ranking Top 30. The first place will be the God, the best Tekken character of all time. And I say that with no bias. Yoshimitsu. The latest voting results in 2022. Yoshimitsu is first place. I do remember on the popularity poll from Reddit, Yoshimitsu was about third place. So it really is seeming like Yoshimitsu is one of the most beloved characters in the whole entire franchise, and maybe that's why the character shows up in every single game. Alright, enough of my Yoshi bias. Let's continue with the reading. So this is also translated. This is the paragraph that you read right before you get to the actual numbers. It says, commentary. The first place is Yoshimitsu, collected 136 votes. He is a character who appears from the first Tekken and initially participated in the first Tekken tournament as the leader of the bandit group Manji Party. We succeeded in wrapping the bills stolen from the Mishima conglomerate to the poor in the slums. I like how they give first place a little paragraph summarizing what this character is kind of about. Depending on the work, the appearance changes in various ways, such as wearing armor, a squid. The fighting style of the fighting with Japanese swords is also one of the attractions. This is actually why I picked up Yoshimitsu. The fact that he had swords and he was a samurai is the sole reason. I later fell in love with the sound effects, the noises, the gameplay, but the first thing was the samurai. You can enjoy various ways of fighting, such as techniques that can rotate and attack like a frame. I don't know what that means. What I want to do for this portion of the video is show you the translated names, and I want you guys to guess who these characters are. The first one we have Ichihachi Mishima. Of course, this one is obviously supposed to be Heihachi Mishima, but nope. Actually, this is not Heihachi. This is Kazuha Mishima. But let's get a little bit harder. What character do you think is State Light? That is interesting. State Light is the translation. This character is actually Kunimitsu. You have another character, number 13 is Hanaru. In parentheses, you have Fallen. This character is Harang. It gets even weirder. At number 22, we have Archer Marking. If you guess Claudio, you are wrong. This is Armor King. Archer Marking, Armor King. Now, the most cursed of all of these, I don't even know if I can say this without the video getting demonetized. There's a tweet, I'm going to try to find it, from Harada. Translating all of the Japanese myself, it makes perfect sense why Harada put, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to do it. But this is the most cursed translation of all. Now, with all the cursed translations out the way, let's talk about the actual placements. So first place, give it up, Yoshimitsu, the best Tekken character of all time. Kazuya is number 2, which is incredible because he's going to be the face of Tekken. Number 3 is Jin. He's going to be the face as well. So it's 136, 132, 101. So Yoshimitsu barely beat Kazuya. 4 votes is the difference. Asuka and King ties for second place. Now this is kind of interesting because a lot of people wonder, will Asuka be kicked off the roster to make space for Jun Kazama? But I was just talking about this on my stream. There's no way Asuka can be removed. She is so popular. She is incredibly popular. You can honestly have both of them. I don't know if you would tweak Jun Kazama's moveset because Harada said in Tekken Tag Tournament 2 she wasn't popular. She wasn't played. So I'm thinking maybe they should change Jun Kazama's moveset to try and spice her up. My mind thinks to Kunimitsu. My mind also thinks to Zafina, right? Some of these characters who got a subtle revamp, do that for Jun Kazama to 1, make her more interesting, and 2, separate her from Asuka. You have King. King, you know, that's a no-brainer. King is definitely going to be top 5 regardless. Xiaoyu is at number 6. I used to underrate Xiaoyu so much, but now I have a new level of respect for the character. I understand her importance. One of the biggest surprises is Kunimitsu at number 7. Kunimitsu, aka State Light, is 68. Kunimitsu, the daughter version, even though she had a lot of hate on release for replacing the mother, the new design, the new gameplay is definitely pulling in a lot of people. And honestly, I don't know if you see, here's the thing. Here's the issue we're running into. We're not even out of top 10, but you have Yoshimitsu and Kunimitsu, 2 characters that is very popular. You have to argue, should they be on the base roster? King and Armor King, I don't know where Armor King is at, but those 2, very popular. Do you put them both on the base roster? Asuka and Jun Kazama. You know what I mean? That's 6 characters that are kind of similar, and they're fighting for the base roster. Lily at number 65, Lei Shalon 64 votes. Paul Phoenix top 10, Brian Fury right under that at number 11. Heihachi Mishima, actual Heihachi Mishima number 12. Harang is 13. Harang is 13. Nina is 14. Wow, it's actually kind of crazy to see Nina so low now that I think about it. Well, actually, this top 15 is some heavy hitters. Lee is way up there. Is this Lee or is this Lei? Oh no, this is Lei Shalon. Okay. Wow, yeah, that character's very high up. This is kind of interesting. I don't know what to think about this. Nina Williams so far down. You have Lily, Kunimitsu, Xiaoyu, Asuka above her. That's interesting. Julia, number 16. That's interesting. Now keep in mind, this is a Japanese poll, so it looks kind of different from a English poll. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because the developers is going to have to balance both of these. Not only clones versus original characters, they're going to have to balance legacy versus new characters, but also different languages. So many different factors. In my opinion, when working on Tekken 8, the roster of characters is possibly the hardest thing to do because you'll have characters like Shahid. Where is Shahid at? Shahid, oh my god. Hoo-wee. Shahid is at the very, very bottom with 3 votes. Oh my god. Okay, let's talk about the bottom of the list. Shahid is at the very bottom with 3 votes. Fakamram and Master Raven is tied for 49th and 48th, however you want to look at it, 5 votes. I've been saying that Fakamram may make a return, but I don't think he is actually. Where's Josie? Josie is tied with Kuma for 27th. That's also kind of low too. I think it's looking really good for Bruce because Fakamram left a stain. People don't even like looking at Fakamram anymore. He's just that despicable of a character. And then Josie, she's kind of fallen off. I think Josie is a really solid character. I like her moveset a lot, but popularity is a big factor when you're talking about that base roster. That's crazy. Fakamram is 49th. I wasn't expecting that. And by the way, I did not look at this before this video. Of course, I took screenshots and I had to translate everything, but I kind of like glanced over everything. I did my best not to look at this. So this is kind of crazy. You have Noctis and Akuma also tied for 47th, 48th, depending on how you want to look at this. And they have 8 votes apiece. And this kind of shows how, this is crazy. You either have DLC at the very top or you have DLC at the very bottom. Fakaram, Akuma, Noctis, Lita, Leroy, Negan, Ganryu, Zafina, Marduk. That's 9 DLC characters in 30 and below. Wow, that is amazing. Even though Negan gets a lot of hate, I like Negan. I think Negan actually brings something cool to the table. The only thing about Negan is The Walking Dead is just so outdated. It was even outdated when Tekken 7 was first starting, but now there's so many better shows. There's so I always miss shows because there's so many to name, but it's like when you look at all these great shows we have now and you think back to Negan, it really feels like a mistake. I will admit that, even though I like the character. Leroy Smith, how many votes does he have? 12. It's kind of odd seeing Fang so low considering how many people like him. Fang is kind of the most popular he's ever been, yet he is still bottom 30. What I think is kind of interesting is how you have Armor King, aka Archer Marking, and Devil Jin tied for 22nd with 30 votes. I would assume Armor King would be higher and also Devil Jin, but it seems like this character really, both of these characters are more so popular amongst like EU and America and just different parts of the world. It really is cool to see which characters are popular in which regions of the world. I want to see, wow, Alyssa is 20, Steve is 19, Lars, wow, the Japanese, they put Lars at 17. Dragunov, wow, Dragunov is really low. On the Reddit poll, Dragunov was like 4th. Here he's 17th, tied with Lars. How many votes is that? 40 votes apiece. Julia is higher than them. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. This list was just really cool to look at. I think seeing all these different lists and all these different placements, and one too, I don't know where this list came from. This list could have came from like an official source. It could have came from like, you know, someone who helps Bandai Namco. I don't know. But the fact that you have so many different sources, so many different lists, in so many different languages, you can kind of see just how the developers have to juggle these topics and how they have to really be careful with what they do with the base roster. I think some things are kind of obvious, like all of these characters, that's crazy. Lita is so low, but I know there's like on the English speakers love this character. But I would say Katarina, Noctis, Akuma, Raven, wow, Master Raven. Fakaram won't be in Tekken 8, Shahid won't be in Tekken 8, Noctis won't, of course. Katarina, no. Yeah, that's definitely a unique list. But that's going to be it. I just want to show you guys this. Nothing too groundbreaking for me to say. I just want to show you the translation typos, the different meanings, and also the different placements. But that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.